Shall we begin? Let's begin now.
Right, welcome to part 3. Yeah, it is part 3. Right, quick sort of overview where we left it. All the cab was built. Well, everything's been put on except for we need now to start on the actual tracks and the bogies. So that's how it stands at the moment. She's a pretty awesome beast. I'll give you a tour right round. So everything's done. So now we're up to part 24. So we'll go across, have a look at part 24 and carry on. Okay, part 24. The bogies. 2 halves, 2 idler wheels. We've got some roller wheels. By the look of it, that will be something to do with the blade for the front. Polycap by the look of it. And some other little bits and pieces to go on. A little tiny bit of PE on the end. So there's 2 of them to make up. So I'm going to get on and get them done. And then we'll come back and we'll have a little look. Okay, the 2 bogies are assembled. Not that happy with them. They didn't go together that well. There's a bit of a gap along the top. I've got to do some fettling on them just to tidy them up before I actually fit them. But there you go. A little bit of PE on the end. I can't really see the reason for the little bit of PE, but there you go. They supply it, so I'll fit it. Not too bad, but like I say, I've got some fettling to do just to make them a bit more presentable. So we'll go across now to, we've done 24, it'll be number 25. Okay, number 25, and this is just basically now fitting the drive sprocket, the main drive sprocket, and fitting the bogies. So I'm going to get them fitted and done, and then we'll move on to number 26, because number 26 is making the tracks. So I shall get this number 25 assembled and done, and then we'll have a little look, and we'll have a look at these nice metal tracks that I've got for it. Okay, we're back with, we've done 25, which is the bogies and the drive wheels, which all spin nice and freely. So that bit has been done. Now we move on to an interesting bit. It's the tracks. Now I shall switch off and I'll set up and we'll come back and have a look at these tracks. Right, the tracks for this vehicle. These are quite interesting. Tip everything out. As you can see, they were cleaned up on the 24th of the 6th, 2016. That's when I cleaned all these up for the other build. Now, what's interesting about them is you don't glue them. Would you believe? You probably would. But they sort of fascinated me when I first sort of started to play about with them. You've got a left hand and a right hand. Let's turn them over and find a pair of tweezers and so I can bring them up. Well, there's the little sheet, and they just tell you to glue the very first one, but then everything else then clicks into place. So what you actually do is you have a left hand side. Can you see this? Look on the camera. I think I better bring you down a little bit closer. still probably get my big hands in the way. But you have a left hand side when it gets in, like so, and a right hand side, like so, which they just push together. And then you turn them over and you put a plate on, which I haven't got out of the bag. Excuse the big fingers in the way, and then you get one of your plates, which then just clips on the top. And that one's falling off, look. Typical. Put it around the wrong way. Then you just click them into place, and that creates your track. I suppose if you did have problems with it, not that one, you can go back and glue them, but you could put a little tiny bit of glue in here, but they don't recommend it. So I'm going to build these tracks and see how I go. If I do need some glue, which I might need a little bit on that one, just on the top there, just to hold that one in place. Yeah, that one's going to keep jumping off. But does it need just pushing down a bit? No, it will put. They will all pull off if I don't watch it. So I think at the end of it, I'm going to be gluing these plates on. I think, yeah, even though they don't recommend it, is to build the chain up, then put the links, put the plates on. Right, I'm going to carry on with that, and if I do get any mass difficulties, I'll come back to you. Right, completed the first side with the tracks, and they look pretty good. I'm really impressed with them. They really do look smart. But we did have a few issues getting to this stage, which I shall tell you about, because if you're going to fit them, it might help you out. The first thing, turn it round, is when you're assembling, not to glue the bogie or the drive sprocket. The drive sprocket's got a poly cap in, so it will push on. And also, if I can get in there without knocking things around, if you don't actually glue this on, it's got a pretty good system of locking on. So we'll just leave that on its side. So when you've completed your tracks, you join them all up, put them round, put your drive sprocket in, and then push the whole lot on, and it fits spot on. Just a little bit of jiggling about to get it on as normal, but it goes on perfectly. It really does. So the first tip is not to glue your drive sprocket or your bogie. Turn that round. I know she's lopsided now. Right, when I actually came to put these on, I did it all dry, and the plates, I kept on knocking the plates off, which I wasn't happy about. So I went back to the drawing board, I took the whole lot off, and I'll stop the camera and move you down and show you what I did. Okay, we're back on the second track. Now, on these instructions, it tells you the first thing is to glue your very first one. Where's my pointy stick instead of having a big finger in there? To glue this first one, which is very good because it helps you to assemble, you know, makes it nice and rigid so you can work off it. But you have an issue when you actually come to put the two tracks together. If this one's glued, you can't get it apart to actually get that inside, so you can't connect them, which is a bit daft to me. So what I've done, I haven't glued that one. I haven't glued any of them, to be honest with you. I haven't glued that one. What I've done is I've glued the plates, but I haven't glued the first one. So I haven't glued that one, but I started to glue that one, that one, that one, that one, that one, that one as I go along, assembling it. For the simple reason is that that will come off like so. You can part that, and then you can join that into your next one very, very easily to make your complete track. Then when that's all pushed together, if you like to glue that one on, well, you can, and then it's the complete saga. Now, working on them, I found my little system. Everybody's going to find their own way of doing it. Is I've been doing a link at a time, but I found as well, in my hurry to actually clean these up back in July time, that I didn't open the little holes up, which ended up as a good thing because sitting there cleaning each one of them out is going to be a pain in the neck. So I hunted around for a drill bit, and you know what it's like, you can either get one above or below, but never on the mark. So I ended up assembling them this way, just running through with a file just to clean out any burrs. I hope you can see that. And then putting them in one at a time. I know this might sound a little bit then getting the tweezers, hope my hands are not too much in the way, give them a little squeeze together, which brings them together nicely. Then the tiniest bit of super glue between the two joints, placing the plate on, pushing down, and that's it. You move on to the next one. And the nice thing about it is that because you've got something to hold to, it's a lot easier to clean them holes out each time, like so. And to be honest with you, you'd probably have to do readjustment anyway as you went along, and that's how I've been doing it, and they've gone together since I've worked it out and sussed it out. They've gone together absolutely beautiful, and I'm really happy with it. So I just thought I'd share them little bits with you, just in case that you are doing it. So I'm off now, and I'm going to finish these, and I'll see you when they're all done. Right, back and finished. I have done the tracks, and they look pretty good. As my good friend John would say, they look the dog's bees. Yeah, they really do. I'm really happy with them. I went all through the issues with what I had. I mean, they weren't a huge amount of issues, but they look really good. They're really good. It's a bit like putting alloy wheels onto your car after you've had wheel trims. Just makes it look so much better. Anyway, spent enough time on the tracks, and we'll move across and we'll have a look at the next part of the build. Right, 26 we did, that was tracks. We'll move on. Number 27. Now these are just some little units that are made up with lights in that go on just where the foot plate is. So I'm going to assemble them up, but minus the lenses and minus the cages that cover them. So I'm going to assemble them up, and we'll turn the page. Number 28, that's just the air filter and the exhaust, which I will assemble up as well. And then moving on to 29, it's just placing of the exhaust. We've got fire extinguishers, we've got all these individual grab handles to go on, which I think I'm going to do all these bits because it will take a long time up just doing these. and that will take us through to like I say, through to 29, and that then is the actual crawler itself, the bulldozer itself, completed by the blade, which will be starting on number 30 by the look of it. So I shall get all them bits done and we'll have a look and then we'll go from there. Okay, I'm back again. Right, what parts have been done? Part 27, part 28 and part 29, which doesn't look a lot, but there were a lot of fiddly bits. Headlights and the step, that's all being put on, grab rail, the identification plate on the side there, some more grab handles, fire extinguishers. We have the smokestack on, as well as the air filter, another small bit round the front here, then over to this side, another fire extinguisher, another grab handle, grab handles on the actual main body, another set of lights and step, another grab handle, and identification plate. Now that now is the actual crawler completed, or the bulldozer, whatever you want to call it. So, and I'm running out of time now, so we'll go across to the destructions and we'll have a quick look and see what we've got in store for next time. Okay, 29, we just ran all through these bits, that's complete. Now we're going on to number 30, and this is the start of the hydraulic rams for the front blade. Yes, that's what it is, but we haven't got time on this update to actually start this, so this will be first on the last and final update. Thank you very much for joining me, because now I've gone well over my 15 minutes and I probably will be shot at dawn. So thank you very much, and we'll see you on the next one.
Shall we begin?